Hello everyone, my name is Jose Sinojosa and welcome to my presentation on educational issues. My research topic is standardized testing on paper versus online testing. First, we have statement of the problem. Should standardized testing be moved to an online platform versus traditional paper testing? Is TEA making the right decision by making standardized tests such as the STAAR and online adoption only? Is it a better idea to keep standardized assessments on paper rather than online? Okay, next we have identification of the issue. The reason that this has become a mainstream issue between TEA and the education system as a whole is because of the problems that online adoption will cause for some school districts. Some districts are not equipped to administer the online standardized tests. Therefore, this is only a problem dealing with change, but this has also become a technology issue. The technology issue has led to a money issue. Many school districts are not equipped. They simply do not have the one-to-one ratio of devices for students. This has led to a big issue. Overview. After COVID-19 took the education system hostage, people started to take technology as a necessity and not as a luxury. Many people took it for granted that we had technology and that we didn't really need to use it. It was just there for labs or whatnot. But after COVID-19 came, we really needed to understand that technology is a necessity, not a luxury. Next, Texas education system started to make the transition into an online format for standardized testing, such as the STAAR test. Since TEA has moved to an online adoption for the state standardized test, it has been met with a strong resistance. Some teachers who are not technology literate seem to have a resistance towards this transition. A lot of people have a problem with change. So now when we're moving from a traditional paper online testing to a technology online based standardized test taking, many people are having a big problem with it. In this research topic, we will discuss whether an online adoption of standardized tests is the way of the future, or staying with historical tradition of taking the test on paper, which gives it a more human and tactile feeling. Next, we have arguments for an online adoption of standardized tests. So these would be the people in favor of an all online adoption. Some people argue that an all online adoption of the STAAR test is the right move because it can be graded more quickly. Some people think that the accuracy of grading online tests will eliminate the human error element. Another argument for an online adoption is that there will be less logistical errors that may happen when shipping the paper copies off to be graded. So there are many important points for the arguments for an online adoption. Some people think it'll be more quick, efficient, and just a more futuristic approach to standardized test taking. Next, we have arguments against adoption of online testing. So these would be the people that are not in favor of online testing. They would be against it. They might be considered more traditional people. Arguments against online adoption include that not all districts and schools have the capacity to test students online. School districts may not have a one-to-one ratio of student to device. Another argument against is that not all students are accepting of taking the test on the computer and may be resistant. Another argument against in the fact that not all students are tech literate and may not know how to manipulate the computer well, thus will not be able to harness all the tools that may be needed to answer some test questions, which could lead to low test scores. So basically, if they do not understand how to manipulate the online test tools that are required on the STAAR test, this can be have a negative effect. One of the most important and huge arguments against online testing is that there's a huge chance that they're not ready for it. They are against it because maybe they do not like technology. So you're going to have the people that are just simply against it. Um, when people don't understand something, sometimes they're a little bit hesitant to change. Another basic but overlooked issue is the problems with the connectivity to the website. In previous years, there was a major outage during the STAAR test. So there was a huge problem. And this is one of the problems that people think could still happen in the future. What if there's connectivity issues during a weather storm? What if there's just simply an outage? What could we do? So there's many arguments against having an online test taking platform. And finally, personal position. So these are my personal thoughts. As an educator, I teach eighth grade, seventh grade, and sixth grade. And through the 6 years that I've been at this school, this is kind of like my personal opinion and my professional opinion on whether we should adopt online test taking. So, personal position. It says, I am of the opinion for adoption of online test taking. So, I am pro. I think this is a step in the right direction because technology is becoming more intertwined into everything that we do. So, I'm more of an optimist. I do think that moving forward, we should look towards online test taking. Online adoption will ensure more accuracy, yield faster results, and uniformity of the test. So basically, we're looking for the more efficient way to get test results more efficiently. It had been in the past with traditional test taking, you would have to actually collect the test booklets, make sure they're secure, make sure everyone is handling them securely, make sure that the people that are handling the materials know what to do with them. There was a stress of handling the materials, and then the stress of sending them off to be graded, hoping that the people that are shipping them didn't mess with them, and so forth. I am an educational technologist by heart, so I did get my master's in educational technology. So I am of the opinion of infusing technology into every aspect of education if possible. So I do think that moving forward, we should have online test taking. There are many people that are against it, but I'm of the opinion that we're like computers. We need to be upgrading our software all the time. So we keep in the traditional aspect, I think that it's okay, but we should always be looking forward, using technology to help us, not necessarily the be all end all, but it is a tool to help us moving forward. For our final slide, we have suggestions for solutions to the problem. One of the proposed solutions is to keep part of the online testing to students who do not need accommodations for the testing, while students who do need accommodations take the test on paper. So we might have a happy medium or solution where students who do not need the extra accommodations could just simply take the test online, um, while the students who do need extra accommodations, whether it's visuals, read out loud, small group, these students would be able to take the test on paper. Sometimes their learning modality might be to actually feel, and using a paper and an actual pencil might help them do better on the test. Another proposed solution would be to allow school districts to have the option to take the test either online or in the traditional option of paper. So the happy medium would be to use the online option if possible, or if they do not have the resources or the capacities, would be to do the traditional route and do the test on paper. So that would be the happy medium between the two. I do think this is something that is feasible and it is being incorporated in some capacities, but I think that the school districts who do have the capacity to take the test online should take the test online. I'm sure that the administrators would like to have results as fast as possible for accountability purposes. So that would be a great option. For the school districts who do not have the capacity or the one-to-one student to device ratio, should or could take the traditional route and do the test taking on paper. So that would be the happy medium. The people who can't take it online, take it online. The people who can't take it online, take it on paper. That would be the solution. I have some of the references that I used. I incorporated two of these out of the 10 that I have. They obviously wouldn't fit in here, but I do think that this is an interesting topic. Those who are in education, this is something that we all deal with at the end of the year, where it comes time, everyone starts to get a little bit more stressed out. Are we going to take it online? Are we going to take it on paper? So this is an issue that will be going on until there's either an online 100% adoption, or we do have the option of online or on paper. That is my research topic. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be looking forward to your comments. Thank you.